Yeah. Welcome to the west side, where the sun hides the hunger and the homies hide the steel. 21 chapters of this life. Pay attention. Pay attention. Palm trees swaying under orange haze. Palm trees swaying under orange haze. Chrome spinning, pile of dragging on the pavement. Chrome started with nothing on the curb, just a handful of seeds and grit. Now the garden is finally blooming. Look at the stacks on the table. We made it out the dirt together. Out the dirt. Keep it tight or lose it all. Blood stays thicker than the money. Loyalty is the only law left. Watch your back in the sunshine. The coast never forgets a day. Never forgets. I see you whispering by the liquor store. Eyes shifting when the sirens howl. We shared the same thin blankets. We shared the same thin blankets. Now you want a bigger piece of mine. Greed is a heavy weight to carry. It makes your footsteps sound different. I smell the salt in the breeze and the copper on your breath. Don't let the wealth blind your soul. The ocean swallows the silent ones. Keep it tight or lose it all. Blood stays thicker than the money. Loyalty is the only law left. Watch your back in the sunshine. The coast never forgets a day. Never forgets. The ride is long and the road is hot. I keep my slong and the rolling vicious. I keep my circles small and vicious. No room for snakes in the leather seats. No room for snakes in the leather seats. We built this empire from the concrete. Every brick got a name on it. If you trip, don't expect a hand. Just the sound of the dual exhaust. Fading out toward the Pacific. Stay true or stay out the way. Stay out the way. Keep it tight or lose it all. Blood stays thicker than the money. Loyalty is the only law left. Watch your back in the sunshine. The coast never forgets a day. Never forgets. This is just the beginning. Chapter 1 of the gospel. California knows the truth. Don't get left behind. Ooh, don't get left. Yeah, just like that. Keep it smooth. Low and slow in a 64. Hit the switch, let the front end soar. Floating so high. The pavement feels like a memory now. Just riding through the afternoon heat. Everything is easy from this seat. So easy, so light. Fresh wax on the deep sea blue. Chrome wheels catching every ray of light. Past the park, seen the brothers on the bench. Gave a single nod, kept the rhythm steady. Gave a single nod, kept the rhythm steady. No rush to get where I'm going. The street belongs to the hydraulics today. Rolling through the side. Ooh. Checking the reflection in the shop window. Stance looks right, sitting on the floor. It's a long way down to the curb. Low and slow in a 64. Hit the switch, let the front end soar. Floating so high. The pavement feels like a memory now. Just riding through the afternoon heat. Everything is easy from this seat. So easy, so light. Spotted the heavy hitters on the corner. Keep it moving, eyes behind the shades. They know the car, they know the name. But peace is the only thing on my mind. Gravity is just a suggestion. When the back bumper scrapes the ground, sparking on the Just a kid from the block with a vision. Now the whole world moves at my pace, unbothered by the noise outside the glass. Low and slow in a 64. Hit the switch, let the front end soar. Floating so high, the pavement feels like a memory now. Just riding through the afternoon heat. Everything is easy from this seat. So easy, so light. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Don't wake me up. Keep it bouncing, baby. Slow, heavy synth bass enters with a soulful, pitch-bent whistle. Vinyl crackle and the sound of a heavy car door slamming, rhythmic clinking of ice in a glass.
Mink dragging on the scuffed tile floor, checking my watch, another shipment late. 40-ounce dreams in a litter-sized bottle, fluorescent tubes buzzing like a swarm of flies. I see the reaper in the lottery machine, silk scarves wrapped tight against the street wind. The clerk knows my name but fears my eyes. Handing over hundreds for a taste of peace. Velvet lining hiding the chrome on my hip. This is the office where the ghosts trade. Paper bags damp with the sweat of the block. Looking for a sign in the expiration dates. Empty shelves mirroring the look in my crew. Diamonds clinking against the glass neck. Cold metal, cold heart, colder world outside. Liquor store blues, sipping on the heavy cars. Buying back the hours that the street lost. But the spirit is thin. Harsh white light showing every sin. Heavy is the crown, bitter is the drink. Standing on the edge trying not to blink. I watch the neighborhood burn from a leather seat. Now I buy the fuel from the corner shop. Generation of kings dying for a zip code, while I tally profit in a ledger book. Italian leather stepping over used needles. The irony is thick as the winter fog. Weaponized grace in a den of thieves. I command the corner, but I can't stop the rain. My brothers are gone, my sisters are tired. Selling the number agent for the soul's fire. Is this the peak or just the bottom floor? Waiting for the kick to hit my bloodstream. Cash rules everything, even the grief. I'm the architect of this beautiful mess. Tucking the receipt in the gold-plated purse. The queen of the aisle, the slave to the thirst. Liquor store blues, sipping on the heavy cars. Buying back the hours that the street lost. Boss life, but the spirit is thin. Harsh white light showing every sin. Heavy is the crown, bitter is the drink. Standing on the edge trying not to blink. Just a sip of the blues. Keep the change, keep the secrets. Just another night in the empire. Sound of lighter flicking and a slow exhale.
Watch your back. Pulling up to the rusted loading dock gate. Paint peeling off the fender of the black sedan. Check the magazine and tap the cold zinc plate. Heart thumping like a kick drum in a hollow cane. Barking dogs from the scrap yard across the way. Smell of grease and old blood on the wet asphalt. He promised 3 crates of the pure white clay, but the silence in the air feels like a lethal fall. Grip the handle tight, knuckles turning bone white. Kicking through the gravel toward the dim yellow lamp. Internal voices screaming that the vibe ain't right. Moisture on the brick walls feeling cold and damp. Boot heels clicking on the grimy warehouse floor. See the silhouettes waiting by the fork lick rack. Counting heads, counting barrels, counting every door. No turning back now, no path to lead us back. Corner stakes, high stakes, blood on the pavement. Blood on the pavement. Money in the bag, but the soul's in containment. Soul's in containment. Watch the hands, watch the eyes, watch the lead fly. Let the lead fly. Nobody leaves when the deal starts to die. The middleman steps out from the dark corner pocket. I recognize the twitch in his left greasy eyelid. He sold us out to the feds, I could see the locket given by the precinct for the dirty deeds he did. No words spoken, just the click of a hammer back. His jaw drops open like a trapdoor to the gut. The barrel flashes orange, tearing through the black, ripping through the gristle, cutting every shortcut. Spattering the crates with a dark, thick velvet spray. Muzzle blast deafening, ears ringing with the pop. He's falling like a sack of grain in the bay. Blood pulling out, it's a mess that won't stop. Stomping on the pedal, tires scream on the rim. The getaway is frantic as the sirens start to wail, leaving pieces of his liver on the warehouse brim. Just another body on a cold and jagged trail. Corner stakes, high stakes, blood on the pavement. Blood on the pavement. Money in the bag, but the soul's in containment. Soul's in containment. Watch the hands, watch the eyes, watch the lead fly. Let the lead fly. Nobody leaves when the deal starts to die. Starts to die. He's gone. Leave the money. Just drive. Keep driving. Check the perimeter, watch the flank. Watch the flank. Heavy gravity pulls the buke through the intersection. I'm clutching cold iron, counting blessings in the back. My supplier is a vulture with a doctorate degree. Calculated risk, burning bourbon to numb the stress. Shipyard smells like salt and a pending disaster. Pending disaster. We move silent, but the engine screams loud. Briefcases on the wood, leather and heavy. One false step and the metal starts raining. I decipher the tension like a complex equation. Thug scholars balancing the books and the blade. He reaches for the glass with a trembling hand. I'm a gladiator in a denim jacket ready. Survival is a discipline, not a lucky break. The contract was signing blood and bad intentions. Look me in the iris, see the bad intentions. Look me in the iris, see the banquet fee. Final warning before the hammer drops on the pen. Midnight mission, no room for a single error. Trapped in the harbor fighting for the leverage. The deal went sour, now the lead flies. Betrayal is a tax on the foolish heart. Midnight mission, navigate the wreckage of the night. Stay lethal, keep the engine running for escape. West Coast winter, colder than the metal barrel. We don't talk, we just execute the plan. The handshake felt like a frostbite on my palm. Frostbite. His eyes darted, signaling the rats in the rafters. Muzzle flashes erupt, tearing through the heavy atmosphere. I'm diving behind the fender. Glass spray, my skin betrayal is the currency. These cowards trade daily. I return fire, calibrated for the maximum impact. Maximum impact. Tires screeching, burning rubber on the wet pavement. The trade turned it into a surgical strike quickly. Erase the opposition with a rhythmic precision. I'm a scholar of the struggle, deciphering the trap. Deciphering the trap. Deciphering the trap. Ammo clips falling like spent shells of a life. We break through the gate, ignoring the sirens. A high-speed chess game played on the asphalt. Blood on the upholstery, but the briefcase is mine. Legacy is written in the scars we carry home. Another night surviving the greed of the industry. Midnight mission, no room for a single error. Trapped in the harbor fighting for the leverage. The deal went sour, there's a tax on the foolish heart. Midnight mission, navigate the wreckage of the night. Stay lethal, keep the engine running for escape. West Coast winter, colder than the metal barrel. We don't talk, we just execute the plan. Don't look back, the harbor is burning in the rear view. Warrior scholars still standing in the wreck, still standing. Midnight mission complete. chrome lip, hitting the curb, windows up, AC blasting, not a single word, just a frequency, heavy bass rattling the glass, looking through the tent, watching all the rivals pass, khakis crease sharp, white tee fresh out the pack, got the whole circle riding, no one looking back, riding, no one looking back. Trauma in the rear view, today we touch the sky. Hate to see us winning with a sober, steady eye. Pistol in the stash spot, but the safety stays on. Celebrating life before the pieces all gone. Sun hitting the paint, deep sea blue shimmer. Every block we hit, the reputation gets bigger. No sirens in the distance, just a funk in my ear. Killing all the doubt, killing every single fear. The block is a pressure cooker, let the valve leak. Finding my rhythm in the middle of a winning streak.
Riding through the state of mind. Leave the heavy weight behind. Pacific breeze, palm trees, doing what we please.
Got the crew right by my side.
Now we're us too high.
Just the west side. Stomp the accelerator. Accelerator, feel the do exhaust scream, living out a reality that felt like a pipe dream. Polish the chain, armor for the kite dream. Polish the chain, armor for the concrete war. Knowing what we risked, knowing what we fought for. Past the smoke, numbing out the scars on my chest. Even for an hour, let the heavy heart rest. Let the heavy heart rest. Saw the boys in green, but they didn't pull us over. Thriving in the chaos, never staying sober. I look at my brothers, see the hunger turn to pride. Nothing but loyalty inside this painted ride. We built this kingdom out of pebbles and grit. Now the throne is leather and the match is lit. Keep the motor humming, keep the tires is lit. Keep the motor humming, keep the tires on the track. The world is in the mirror and it's fading to black. Just the sunshine and the brothers that I trust. Building up a future out of ashes and dust.
Let it breathe. Can't catch us now. We above the clouds.
Keep that bounce going. Windows up. Crew solid, west side, Cali state of mind. Yeah, watch your circle, low, keep your eyes open. Check the temperature, it's too hot for October. Stash house looking like a crime scene. Badges kicking in the back door. They knew right where the floorboards lifted. I'm ducking through the alleyway, lungs burning from the sprint. Back at the pad, I'm thinking hard. Who was there when we moved away? Just me, Lil G, and the snake. Seen him yesterday by the park, leaning on a plain white sedan, talking to a suit with a buzz cut. That ain't right. No, that ain't right at all. There's a leak in the foundation. Water rising to my neck. Used to be brothers in the struggle, now you're just a signature on a statement. You see brothers in the struggle, now you're just a signature on life away. Watch who you trust in the sunshine, the rain is coming for us all. I see you rocking that new leather, gold chain swinging on your chest, but your pockets were empty last week. The math ain't adding up, homie. You're moving real quiet lately, looking over your shoulder at the light. Paranoia is a heavy coat to wear. I smell the ink on your fingers. The Dawes office got a new best friend. I should've known when you missed the meeting, the one where the boys got bagged. You stayed home. Yeah, you stayed home and watched the news. There's a leak in the foundation, water rising to my neck. Used to be brothers in the struggle, now you're just a signature on a statement. You see brothers in the struggle, now you're just a signature on life away. Watch who you trust in the sunshine, the rain is coming for us all. I'm sitting in the cut last, watching you walk to the liquor store. Old English in my left hand, my right hand is staying busy. No shouting, no big scene, just a look in my eyes when we lock. You know that I know the neighborhood is small for a rat, real small. Loyalty is a dead language to you, but the street speaks in lead.
It speaks loud.
Go ahead, take that check from the state.
Check the paperwork. The truth is in the ink. Keep walking, man. Don't look back. Fade to silence.
Heavy V8 engine idling hydraulic hiss, high-pitched synth whine. Check the oil, grab the maps. We making that long run today. Everything on the line. Don't look back at the block. Sun hitting the chrome, leaving the block behind. Trunk sitting very low, future in the back. Merging onto the 5. Heading toward the north, doing what I must. Money getting tight now, need some new ground. Left at early dawn, speed motor at 65, give them no reason. Eye in the rear view mirror, hand on the grip, growing the home brand.
Rolling up the Interstate 5, bringing heat to the north.
Heavyweight in the slabs.
Risking it for the name.
2 lanes
Those
up.
legs are black asphalt, from Palms to the Pines.
Interstate 5, the long road. Bakersfield heat rising up. Past the trooper sitting still, keep a steady pace. Heart beating like a drum. Face stays stone cold. Thinking of brothers home, waiting for the signal, cargo worth more than gold. Ticket out of the cycle. Past the valley cattle pen, smell filling the cabin. Windows up, 8 blowing. Checking every single gauge. Engine hums a deep rhythm, representing the coast tonight in the middle of nowhere.
Rolling up the Interstate 5, bringing heat to the north.
Heavyweight in the slabs.
Risking it for the name.
2 lanes
Those
up.
legs are black asphalt, from Palms to the Pines.
Interstate 5, the long road. Sun down near the bridge. Sky turning deep gray. Through the valley gauntlet, time to meet the man. Weight feels lighter now. Responsibility never truly leaves. Unloading in a quiet garage. Nods of mutual respect, counting stacks under a bulb. Then we turn back around. Loop of risk and reward. Lifeline of the whole set. Loyalty is the fuel. Heading south with heavy pockets. California dreaming, eyes open.
Rolling up the Interstate
Back down.
5,
Mission
bringing
accomplished.
heat to the north.
Yeah, it's all about the growth. Fade out with heavy bass and synthesizer.
Check the bass.
Yeah, keep it rolling. Yeah. Yeah, keep it rolling.
Sun hitting the asphalt like a furnace. I'm sliding through the set in a rag top. Hydrants open, but the block's still burning. 6'4" scraping on the dip, no stopping. 6'4" scraping on the dip, no stopping. Ghetto birds circling, loud as a jet. Police checking IDs on every corner. They got the youth lined up against the corner. They got the youth lined up against the wall. System's broken, so we fixed the price. My cousin's on the porch with a cold one, watching the dealers move in the driveway. 1,000-watt speakers shaking the glass. Everything's loud, nobody's ever sleeping. Just another Saturday in the heat wave. Gotta stay strapped, keep the vision clear. Ain't no exit when the gates are locked. Survival's the only game in the zip code. The block's got a fever, and it's rising.
Rising high,
Can't catch a breath in the heat.
No peace on the street.
no peace on the street.
We're just products of the heavy pressure, trying to make it out alive tonight.
Stay alive.
Siren screaming like a frantic mother. Red and blue flashing off the storefronts. They build more jails than they build schools. They build more jails than they build schools. Then wonder why the chrome is always out. I seen the smartest brothers turn to ghost, faded away by the system's design. Hard blocks, hard lives, no soft landing. Just the grind and the grit every day. I'm hitting the gas, headed for the freeway, trying to outrun the weight of the block. Trying to outrun the weight of the block, but the fever follows me everywhere. It's in the water, it's in the air. Handshakes turn into funeral plans. Don't trust the suits or the badges. We're all trapped in the same machine. Just parts moving until the metal snaps. The block's got a fever,
and it's rising,
Rising high.
can't catch a breath in the heat.
No peace on the street.
No peace on the street.
We're just products of the heavy pressure, trying to make it out alive tonight.
Stay alive.
Yeah, it's getting hot out here. Watch your back. Stay focused. West side.
yeah.
Rest in peace to the real ones, Imperial and Vermin. The cycle just keeps spinning. The cycle just keeps spinning.
I remember the way he leaned against that rusted gate on 104th. He had the world in his pocket, at least that is what he told me. Now the sky is gray over the cemetery. We all dressed in black suits, holding on to bottles of cheap malt liquor. I see his mother shaking by the grass. Lonely son to a zip code. The sun is hitting the chrome handles. Hard to look at the box when you know it's resting inside. We stood there in a silent line, passing the glass around for a sip, pouring the rest on the dry pavement. For the homies who ain't here, gone but not forgotten.
This is the wake of the life we lead, a slow drive down a one-way street. We pay the price in flowers and dirt, accepting the fate the blocks gave us.
It is all just a cycle.
Another name carved in the stone, another name carved in the stone, another brother leaving us alone.
We was chasing the paper in the cars, dreaming of a house in the hills, but the pavement keeps pulling us back. One day you were stacking hundreds, the next day you are a memory on a t-shirt someone wears to the park. I look at the young kids watching us, they see the jewelry, but not the pain. They do not see the nights. I stay awake thinking about the friends I lost. The game is a greedy monster. The game is a greedy monster. It takes your soul and gives you nothing, just a plot of land and a prayer. I am tired of burying my brothers, tired of the crime, before they even turn 25.
This is the wake of the life we lead, a slow drive down a one-way street. We pay the price in flowers and dirt, another brother leaving us alone.
I keep my eyes on the rear view, waiting for the day it is my turn. If the reaper comes for me, I tell my daughter I tried my best. I am just a passenger in this ride of the Thames, stretches out forever like the lames on my arm. I don't fear the end no more, I just fear being forgotten. The neighborhood so fast, the neighborhood so gas, unless you leave a mark on the asphalt. So I keep my head high and my heat close, living for the ones who can't breathe, until the organ plays for me too. Organ fades out slowly with a high-pitched central. Yeah, accept the fate, don't let the cycle break you. Just keep riding until the wheels fall off. The way.
Yeah, we never live. Ooh, just had to regroup. Luxury pain. Wipe the blood off the seat of calling in. New potato.
on springs, now the mattress is silk. Modular garments to cover the trauma. Keeping it tight, I don't talk to the law. Brother got years, so I'm making it back. Watching the street from a tinted out glass. They thought I was finished, I'm just getting started. Counting the blues with a hole in my heart. Drinking the lean just to balance the stress. Yeah, VVS diamonds, they coat on my chest. VVS diamonds, they coat on my chest. So cold. Money is coming, it's fluid like water. Building the empire, I'm doing it proper. Wipe the blood off the seat of color net. New Patek on the wrist like a tourniquet. Used to be crumbs, now we feast on the jet. Circle got smaller, the profit is climbing. Popping the seal just to stop all the crying. Back on my feet, yeah, the recovery timing. Yeah, no more mistakes, we just making investments. Studio feeling like factory ships. Grinding all night just to maintain the drip. Pair on your high so the circle is 5. Loyalty matters if we gonna thrive. Betrayal, it hurt more than losing the bag. Rebuilding the fort with the chrome and the brass. Recovery, check the numbers. Never down for long. Yeah, slack. Work the night shift, work the night shift. Calculate the risk, calculate the risk, calculate the risk. Chrome on my wrist, chrome on my wrist, chrome on my wrist. Everything is blue, everything is blue, yeah. Brake guns on the pedal, phantom in the dark. I don't see the light, I just see the mark. 10 racks in the denim, 10 racks in the denim. Feel like I'm a ghost, numb to the feeling, numb. Numb to the feeling. I do the most. Blue out in the cup, blue dimes in the chain. Moving through the main, living with the pain. Living with the pain. Living with the pain. Work the night shift, work the night shift. Calculate the risk, calculate the risk, calculate the risk. Chrome on my wrist, chrome on my wrist, chrome on my wrist. Everything is blue, everything is blue, yeah. Balenciaga, yeah. Walking on the edge. Life is just a game, game. Bet it on my head. No face, no case. Vanish in the smoke, vanish in the smoke. Heavy is the crown, heavy. This is not a joke. I want all the power. Armor on my body, protecting my health, safe. Work the night shift, work the night shift. Calculate the risk, calculate the risk, calculate the risk. Chrome on my wrist, chrome on my wrist, chrome on my wrist. Everything is blue, everything is blue, yeah. Risk it all, crown.
Stay low, keep your head down.
The report hit the table like a brick. Hard truth in black and white. I saw the move on the third page, a piece I shared my bread with. Traded sides for a safer square. Turned our formation into a target. Now the block feels tight like a trap. Every porch light is an observer. We don't use the main roads tonight. Moving through the dust in the alleys. I'm reading the board in my head, plotting the path of least resistance. This weight sits heavy on my chest, deciding where the end game lands. One mistake and the king falls. I'm checking the perimeter for leaks. The trust is gone like the smoke in the wind of a cold coastal night.
Tragic moves, tactics in the dark.
No talking.
Calculated steps on the asphalt.
Watch your back.
The price of a rat is a debt paid.
Heavy and lean.
Heavier than lead. Heavy is the hand that rules the set.
The 64 Impala is rolling slow, a night moving across the board. We move like the tide against the pier, no noise but the tides on the gravel. I send kite to the brothers out east. Word of mouth is the only safe way. He thinks he's hidden in the suburbs, safe behind a wall of white squares. I'm checking my rank in my file, wondering where the loyalty died. We used to run from the sirens together. Now he's the one guiding the hand. I gotta be the master of the play. Close the gap before the trap snaps. Tactical shifts in the residential zone.
Tragic moves, tactics in the dark.
No talking.
Calculated steps on the asphalt.
Watch your back.
The price of a rat is a debt paid.
Heavy and lean.
Heavier than lead. Heavy is the hand that rules the set.
The lamps are dim over the stash. I see him through the crack window, sitting there thinking he's untouchable, with the federal shield on his back. But the code don't care about deals, and the asphalt never forgets a face. I take a breath and steady my hand, thinking about the players who failed. This ain't about pride or the money, it's about the survival of the tribe. The final gambit is the only option before the sweep takes the whole board. I pour a little gin on the curb for the man he used to be once. Now the silence is the loudest sound as we fade back into the night.
Tragic moves, tactics in the dark.
No talking.
Heavier than lead. Heavy is the hand that rules the set.
Tactic. Logic. Code. No more talking. Just a way to the choice. Check the corners. Stay silent. Low. North to south, connection is solid. West Coast.
Pushing through the grapevine, the engine heat is rising. Manifest the destiny, the pressure starts to crystallize. Grizzly bears and palm trees, a lethal combination. Lifting up the heavyweight, the burden of a native son. Infiltrate the enterprise, the industry is poisonous. Poverty is systematic, tactical and drastic. Traction on the asphalt, blasting through the valley floor. Crush the opposition with the logic of a veteran. I am a drop from a 10-story window. Leveling the playing field, the scenery is desolate. Cynical perspective when I look across the skyline. Calculated maneuvers, the rhythm is a weapon now. History is written by the ones who survived the wreck. Sipping on the bitter truth, the spirit is unbreakable. Aggressive architectural, the struggle is a blueprint. Demolish every obstacle, the mission is absolute. Heavy in the trunk, the frequency is crushing bones.
Feel the slump.
From the harbor to the hills, we feel the friction.
Bay Bridge.
Economic warfare, the divide is getting wider now. Hardcore intellectual, the warrior is home again. Home again. Elevated highway, looking down the struggle. Victorian houses rotting while the lead are profiting. Hustle in the heavy fog, the dogs are hungry in the port. Deciphering the struggle, the vocabulary is violent. Stomping through the district with the grit of a survivor. I am the iron beam, holding up the structure here. Financial volatility, the gambling is constant now. Raised in the hostile zone, the legacy is reinforced. Strap the boots tighter, the legacy is reinforced. Strap the boots tighter, the pavement is a battlefield. Matching every vowel sound, the cadence is a battery. Erase the competition, the technology is peak. Lincoln Street level pain to the global conspiracy. I don't need a witness, the scars are my credentials. Grinding through the misery, the soul is getting callous. Maintain the integrity, the artist is a gladiator. Commanding the audible, the silence is a gladiator. Commanding the audible, the silence is deafening. Heavy in the trunk, the frequency is crushing bones.
Feel the slump.
From the harbor to the hills, we feel the friction.
Bay Bridge.
Economic warfare, the divide is getting wider now. Hardcore intellectual, the warrior is home again. Home again.
The bridge is crossed. LA to the Bay. Hardcore. Keep it moving.
Fleetwood out on Slauson. Check the rear view for the rollers. Vultures circling the perimeter. Nerves steady like a surgeon's hand. Into the back door of the lounge. Ice clicking in the crystal glass. You look older than the last time. Stress carved deep into your forehead. We held the city in our palms. Now we holding heavy grudge. The upholstery smells like vintage leather and a scent of gum, palm powder residue. Bodyguards posted by the kitchen, hand a grip of the stainless. Nobody's eating the expensive steak, just staring at the red stains. The table's set, but nobody's hungry. Just a ghost of 94 watching. They watching us. One wrong word and then the leaf flies. Settling debts that never expire. Settling debts that never expire. Remember the night at the warehouse when the task force hit the side door. You escaped through the ventilation, leaving Marcus to face a judge. 12 years of silence in a cage. That kind of debt is never paid. Your eyes dart to the exit sign. Thinking about the snake in the grass. The briefcase sits between us now. Paperwork and blood things are lonely business. Trust is just a luxury we lost. I see a trigger finger twitching underneath the mahogany table. The sins of the father coming home, looking for a place to sleep. The table's set, but nobody's hungry. The table's set, but nobody's hungry. Just a ghost of 94 watching. They watching us. One wrong word and then the leaf flies. Settling debts that never expire. Settling debts that never expire. We chasing hands before weakness. The ceasefire is a weakness. The ceasefire is a fragile thing. Held together by a mutual fear. I step back into the cool nights of going into my silk shirt. The Cadillac idles in the alley. Engine purring like a panther. My heat is warm against my hip as I watch your lights fade. Tomorrow a different story, but tonight we let the hammer rest. One of us won't see the morning. That's the cost of doing business. The set never forgets a face, especially one that turned away. My music. Watch the grass never expire.
Tires screeching loud. Heavy, distorted funk bass kicks in. Police sirens in the distance. You thought it was a sit down. Wrong move, youngster. Watch your perimeter.
The table was set for a truce. Plate of catfish in cold water. Then the sliding glass shattered out. 3 masked men with short shifters. I dove under the oak wood, palms hitting the linoleum floor. Never trust a man who smiles too much. Never trust a man who smiles to the soil. I felt the heat from the barrel, Ziggy by my own bloodline. They wanted the formula for the skrill, but I came prepared for the friction. Break the glass, hit the gas. Slide out the back. Ain't no peace in this game. Slide out the back. Keep the motor running high. Slide it back. I pulled the chrome from the waist, spitting back just to create space. I don't aim for the sky. I aim for the source of the problem. Glass crunching under my sneakers, a symphony of bad intentions. I'm a veteran of the block wars. I know the exits before the entrance. Jump the fence like a track so entrance. Jump the fence like a track star. My heart hitting in a heavy tempo. See the Cadillac around the corner. Gate on wheels spinning like a cyclone. Break the glass, hit the gas. Slide out the back. Ain't no peace in this game. Slide out the back. Keep the motor running high. Slide floorboards now. Muffler roaring like a beast. The rear view shows the mess I left. They tried to erase the blueprint, but I'm the architect of this hustle. You can't kill what you can't catch. Next time the invitation says peace, I'm bringing the whole heavy artillery. The game is cold and calculated, subtracting the squares from the equation. I'm still breathing, still rolling. The ambush just made me faster. High-pitched G-funk whistle fades out.
You ninja and revving, you missed. Stay tucked. Stay low. Stay low.
Blacked out windows in a hideout. Watch the perimeter through the cracks. Scanning the block through a slit in the blind. Looking for the snakes they left behind. The air in here is heavy and the floor is cold. The price of the game is bought and sold. I remember when the game was purely about gout, and now the soil is drinking up the heavy rain. They tried to erase my ownership tonight, but a veteran knows how to play it right. Counting the sorrow, making a plan. Independence means no one is coming to help. Just me and this cold flow and the iron.
I'm still here, mob life.
Safe house sanctuary for a real one.
Tucked off,
Bolted doors in a loaded clip.
stay ready.
Planning attacks for the ones who slip.
Collecting that mail.
Safe house sanctuary until the ambush smelled like an inside job. Checking the roster for the weak links. Somebody wanted my position in the hierarchy. Probably a rookie looking for a shortcut. I taught them the curriculum of the streets, and they tried to use it against the teacher. Never let a pawn see the whole vault. That is how you lose your longevity. The car is ditched 3 blocks away. Scrubbed of the prints and the DNA. My mentality means we handle our own business.
No talking, no snitching.
Safe house sanctuary for a real one.
Tucked off,
Bolted doors in a loaded clip.
stay ready.
Planning attacks for the ones who slip.
Collecting that mail.
Safe house sanctuary until my pulse is steady and the room is quiet. Ready for the storm, ready for the riot. The revenge is a dish served at room temp. I know exactly where they keep the stash. Going to hit them where the greens grow. Take back every cent of that interest. This is not a movie, it is real revenantic. Subtracting the traitors from the equation. The sanctuary is now a war room.
Get your mind right. Final lap.
Check the gate, check the alley.
I'm coming for the whole pie. Independent to the end, sanctuary. Mob. We don't fold.
Deep move bassline kicks in with a slow, heavy 808 beat. Wailing electric guitar slide with heavy vibrato. I've been walking this road until my shoes are gone.
So long.
I've been walking this hard road until my shoes are gone.
So long.
Half my brothers are sleeping under a cold stone. Heavy is the crown, Lord, it's pulling me down.
Pulling me down.
Trying to stay real while the world spins around.
Spins around.
It's a long way home, the sun is going down. They tell me I'm the king, but I feel like a slave. Feel like a slave. Lord, Oh, they tell me I'm the king, but I feel like a slave.
Lord have mercy.
I got 1 foot in the mansion and 1 foot in the grave. Ooh. Looked in the glass and I didn't know my face. I looked in the glass and I didn't know my own face.
Who am I?
Too much blood and liquor all over this place. Heavy is the crown, Lord, it's pulling me down. Trying to stay real while the world spins around. It's a long way home, the sun is going down. 18 tracks later and I'm still standing. Yeah. Checkmate. You thought you had the board covered, but you left your flanks wide open. Now we just taking what is ours. Watch the empire crumble. Watch it fall. I am parked outside your spot in a 64. Chrome switches bouncing while your paper gets thin. We pulled the rug out from your street operation. Now your hitters are looking for a new paycheck. I bought the title to your favorite lowrider. Stripped the Daytons and sold them for the scrap. It is not personal, it is just better business. My khakis are creased while I count your loss. Count it up. We moved into the crease while I count your loss. Count it up. Now the neighbors wave when the candy paint passes. You were playing checkers with a chess mind. I took the queen in the castle too. I took the queen in the castle too. Checkmate. We took the block and the bankroll too. Checkmate. Nothing left for your crew to do. Nothing left. The West Coast sun shines on my wind, while you are looking for a way back in. Way back in. Your supply chain is snapping like a dry twig. I met your connect and offered him double. Now the product flows straight to my backyard, while you sit in the dark with no leverage. I see you walking because the repo man came. That custom paint job looks better in my garage. We systematic with the way we dismantle. Every asset you had is under my thumb. I am drinking cold brew in the shade now, watching my youngsters take over your corners. Watching my youngsters take over your corners. Watching my youngsters take over your corners. The crown fits better on a real earner. You were just a placeholder for the king. Long live the king. We took the block and the bankroll too. Checkmate. Nothing left for your crew to do. Nothing left. The West Coast sun shines on my wind, while you are looking for a way back in. Pack your bags and head for the border. No need for heat when the ink is dry. This city belongs to the calculated. To us, the board is clear and the game is done. Over. Checkmate. Yeah.
Judgment is coming.
Keep it quiet in the gallery. The block is watching every move you make. Watching you. Look at the way he stands there acting all cool. Big homie says he saw you talking to the suits back behind the burger stand by the park entrance. Spinning lies like a spider in the web of silence. You think that leather jacket hides the shaking hands, but we see the sweat under the brim of that hat. The set, you used to be the one we trusted with the keys. Now you looking like a ghost, haunting the driveway. Tell us why the blue light skipped over your house while the rest of the crew was sleeping on steel bunks. The evidence is written in the way you won't blink. Don't
The
blink.
jury is sitting on the porch across the way. The verdict is coming with the heat of the day. No robes and gavels in this neighborhood court. No robes or gavels
In this neighborhood court,
Just the truth and the consequences of the report.
tell the truth.
Just as a hammer and it's about to fall. It's falling down.
Now hold up and let a man speak for his own soul. Big raping business, I took his pride in 92. I was at the liquor store grabbing a cold pack. Old English, grabbing a cold pack. I was at the liquor store grabbing a cold pack. Old English in a bag of chips for the ride. I ain't seen no suits or no flashing badges. Asked the lady at the counter with gold teeth. She saw me pull up in the 64 rag top. If Ray wants to talk, let him say it to my chest instead of whispering like a snake in the grass. He's trying to flip the script to cover his own tracks. Check his pockets for the silver they paid him. I'm a king on these streets and I never took a deal. I'm a king on these streets and I never took a deal. Never.
The jury is sitting on the porch across the way. The verdict is coming with the heat of the day. No robes and gavels in this neighborhood court. No robes or gavels
In this neighborhood court,
Just the truth and the consequences of the report.
tell the truth.
Just as a hammer and it's about to fall. It's falling down.
The tension is thick as the smog on the freeway. Both sides pointing fingers under the palm trees. The OGs, Lee's leaning back on the hood of the car, taking a long pull from a bottle of gin. They looking at the eyes and the way the mouth moves. The verdict ain't coming from a book of laws. It's coming from the respect you earned over years. One man stays and the others got to vanish. The sun is going down behind the hills now. The gavel is the sound of a door slamming shut. The block is spoken and the case is closed. Case is closed.
Don't look back at the kingdom you lost.
You lost it all.
Yeah. It's been a long ride, homie. Woo. Track 21. The final chapter. The final chapter. The water looks like copper under this sky. 21 summers compressed into one long tape. I remembered it's a one long tape. I remember the first track back in 92. Just a kid dodging sirens on the east side. Now the pavement feels different under my boots. I've seen the seasons change from a Cadillac seat. From a hungry shark to a lion in winter. My signature is written all over these streets. I kept my head up when the heat rose and kept my cool when the cold winds blew.
The sun is dipping low into the salt water, sinking down. I'm handing you the keys to the kingdom. Let the chrome get dull or dusty. I'm driving west until the road disappears. The legend stays while the man's away.
I think about the brothers who didn't make it. The names are etched in the palm tree bark. Mama's porch is still the safest place I know. Even when the helicopter circled the neighborhood, I taught you how to move without making noise. I taught you how to move without making noise. How to respect the game and the matriarchs. The block is yours to guard and to cherish. I'm tired of looking over my shoulder, son.
I'm at peace now.
Take the hydraulics and the heavy bass. The crown is heavy, but the view is worth it.
The sun is dipping low into the salt water, sinking down. I'm handing you the keys to the kingdom. Let the chrome get dull or dusty. I'm driving west until the road disappears. The legend stays while the man's away.
Here, take the ring with the silver crest. The tank is full and the tires are fresh. I'm stepping in the tan leather of the 60 Fet. One last look at the pier in the shops. No last appear in the shops. No more drama, no more dodging the badges. Just the rhythm of the tide and the scent.
The beautiful sin.
I'm hitting the gas towards the orange horizon. Tell the neighborhood I did it for them. I'm gone, but the music never stops playing. West Coast.
Keep it rolling.
We legendary.